Oh, Marcus, what was it like, being part of this rivalry for the first time? And do you think you guys, kind of got a little bit off track to start with how much emotion there was in the game, and then you were able to recover?
I mean, first thing that you talk about when coming to Marquette is the Wisconsin rivalry. I mean, as a freshman, you don't know what to expect, but coming in, it was just very exciting. I mean, we were excited the whole week prior to preparing for Wisconsin, but I think in a game like this, I mean, everybody's just so amped up and ready to go that you can get lost in track of just the game and everything like that once you're in the game. So I think overall, I mean, we took a great approach today, but just didn't turn out the way we wanted.
What was obviously in the first half you guys played, pretty solid defense, limited them to 35 points. Really clamped down. What changed in the second half that made things more difficult for you guys?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I think in certain spurts we weren't really thinking about the right things. But Wisconsin's a great team. I mean, they're the best one of the best in the country for a reason. I mean, give great credit to them. They have a great coach, great program. So we knew they were going to be on a run, but once they got on that run, we weren't able to bounce back. And in games like this, we have to be able to bounce back when they get on runs like that.
As a team, you guys had 1 assist in the second half. Obviously, that's not who you guys want to be. Nigel Hayes intimated that maybe you guys were trying to go one-on-one too much and do a little too much in that second half. What do you think was the issue there with the offense?
We just really needed to get the ball moving. I mean, we're usually a team that averages over 20 assists a game, and we can't get distracted with personal agendas, and we have to really just play as a whole and play as one. But we still have a lot of sorting out to do as a team, but we're going to get there, and I'm very confident that we will.
When Ethan Happ came back on the floor in the second half, it seemed like that really did a lot to change the tenor of the game. How did you notice the way Wisconsin played differently when Happ was able to be out there as opposed to having the 2 fouls early?
Well, prior to preparing for Wisconsin, during scout and everything, our coaches would tell us that he was like the heart of their team. So we knew that when he was coming back in the game in the second half, that they were going to be a different team because they were going to have a lot more energy. But that's no excuse for us. We really needed to make stops down the stretch, and we weren't able to do that today. But in games like this, we have to buckle down and really play defense when it matters.
In those moments there when Wisconsin's going on that run, you search for answers. Who do you guys look to? Kind of what were you saying to each other in that moment to try and get yourself out of that streak?
I mean, definitely emotions are high, but in situations like that, you just have to try and stay positive. I mean, we keep trying to tell each other, like, we're okay, like, we'll be fine, like, we'll be able to come back and everything like that. I mean, we're just trying to stay as positive as we could. But there was a point in the stretch that we just couldn't get there. But we have to, as a team, just collectively get better together and get more connected.
I want to ask you specifically about the foul with about 4 minutes left to go with Khalil Iverson at about half court. From my vantage point, it didn't look like you touched him at all, but the ref still called the foul on you. Was there anything that I missed? Did you slap the wrist? Was that a foul from your perspective?
I mean, if you look at the footage, you see, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not going to let that play dictate the outcome of the game. I mean, there's a lot more other plays that could have been prevented, but that's like the least of my worries, really. I mean, I was really just worried about how we gave up 58 points in the second half. I mean, that's something we can't do as a team. We have to really just be able to buckle down on defense when it matters the most.
As a true freshman, you led all scorers today with 22 points. What does that say to you about your own game? How much does it help you, and how do you build off of that?
I mean, I don't really worry about that. I mean, all I really care about is that we didn't win the game. I mean, as coming in as a freshman, I mean, all I really want to do is win. And not being able to do that today, I mean, that really just that got with me. But I'm really focused on what we need to do as a team just to regroup and get ready for these next couple games, and then leading into Big East play as well.
Anything else for Marcus? All right, Marcus, thank you.
Appreciate it.